Have you wanted to do some screen recording on your MacBook with a picture-in-picture effect? Then I have the app for you to talk about today. But before we get going, please hit that like button below, and while you are doing that, also take a moment to subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with my latest tutorials. So today I'm going to talk about an app called Loom. A few weeks back, Loom sent out an email stating that anybody that has an account that's an educator is automatically updated permanently to their pro version, which allows you unlimited recordings and taking advantage of all their features. So this is an awesome tool to use if you need to do lectures and show what's on your screen with a picture-in-picture effect. A few weeks back, I made a video showing how you can do this with QuickTime, which works great. But this does make it a little bit easier. So I would strongly suggest taking advantage of using Loom. All you have to do is when you register for an account, you can submit it and they will convert it to an educator's account. Students can also take advantage of this. So to get going, I'm going to already assume you've created your account with them. So what you need to do is open up your browser and you need to go to loom.com, Loom.com. Once you're logged in, I use my Gmail account through the school. You come up to More and you click on Desktop App. Now here they're going to give you two choices. You can download their desktop app, which is what I'm going to show. You can also install their extension. I would probably default to their desktop app because it probably has more features, and as it says right down below, it says it allows for HD recording, so the better the quality, the better the video will look. So I would strongly suggest going for their desktop app. So I'm going to click on Install App. I'm going to tell it to allow the download. Once it's downloaded, I'm going to go click on it in my downloads to open up the file. Now it's telling me to drag Loom to my applications folder, so I'm going to click and drag it. It'll take just a moment for that to move over. This is how a lot of programs work that you install. Once you have that installed, I'm going to go to my Finder. Then I'm going to click on Applications, and I'm going to find Loom in my list. And it's right there. I'm going to open that right up. It'll take a moment that first time it opens it up to verify it. I'm going to let it open. Close that out. Now, it will originally pop up with an icon in your top. It's going to ask if it would like access to your microphone. You want to tell it OK. And it's going to ask for a couple other permissions. You'll go ahead and allow that. You'll see this little flower icon in the top. That's the icon that the program is open. Now I'm going to click in the Sign In with Google. You use whatever account you did to create your account with them. It will walk you through a couple of steps. I'm going to just kind of skip through these, but it will have you do a few steps as you go. This is getting all the permissions situated on your computer, like your allowing access to your camera, allowing access to your microphone. It's going to usually have you open your security and privacy. So I'll click on the little lock down on the left. It's going to ask for my password. This is the security features built into Mac to make sure you only have certain programs that are being allowed on the computer. And for some reason I can't seem to remember my password on here. There we go. And I'll scroll down, you'll see Loom in the list here. You just want to tick the box, and then you'll see this popped right back up, and I can finish out. And I need to allow it here. It's going to ask you to restart the program. We'll go through that. We're going to quit now. It will quit the Loom app because it's updating its permissions that you just granted to it. So what you'll want to do is open it back up. So you'll go into your applications folder again and open up Loom. And then you'll see the little flower icon appear in that top area in your taskbar. Now, on this screen, it's going to give you a few different options. You will see an option for screen and cam. And if you look down on the bottom left-hand corner, you're going to see a nice, lovely picture of myself down there. It will give you screen only, where it's only going to record what's on your screen. And you can do cam only. So if you only want to record a presentation with you talking over it, you do the screen only. If you want to just do a lecture where it's showing on you, you would do cam only. Or if you want to do some sort of screen presentation while it shows you at the same time, you do screen and cam. The next set of options are you have full screen, which it's going to record everything on your screen. You have window, where it'll allow you to select an app. So if you're doing a keynote presentation or a PowerPoint or something in your web browser, you can tell it just to use that app only, and it will not show anything else. And then you can do custom. So if you just want a small part of your screen selected, you can use that custom. Down here, if you have a webcam and microphone, it allows you to select which one you want to use. I have a Logitech webcam, so that is already selected, and I have a Scarlett Focusrite digital interface. But if you had a USB mic or you just wanted to use your built-in mic, when I click on this, you'll see it allows me to use anything I have. Since I'm using a mini Mac, I don't actually have a built-in speaker on it, so it doesn't quite allow for that. But if you're using a MacBook, it will show internal microphone, and you can select that and use the internal. So once you have all that stuff selected, you can just hit start recording. And what it will do is it'll pop up with a countdown. And once that countdown finishes, we are now live. So just a couple features on the screen is you'll see in the bottom left here where it's my avatar. Down here, you'll see the three dots when I hover over it, or when you click on it, you'll see you'll have a couple different options here. The first option is you can X out, which gets rid of that camera in the bottom corner permanently. You have a smaller circle, which is what it is right now. You have a bigger circle, which allows me to enlarge it and make it even bigger if you want to have a little more of a presence. Or I can hit this and go full screen so you can see everything. So we're going to take it back to the small one. And the last option is this little avatar. It'll use your Google account or whatever avatar you have set up. So that's the avatar I have for my school email account. So I'm going to switch back to my camera. So to switch back to the camera, you'll see how now there's a little camera icon. So you're going to click on the camera icon, and it'll switch back to your built-in camera. The last thing I want to show with this is, let's say you don't want it down in this bottom left-hand corner. All I have to do is anywhere in the picture area, just click and drag, and I can move it anywhere I want around my screen. Doesn't have to just be in the corner. So you can have it anywhere that you would like to have it on the screen. So I'm going to like it down in this bottom left-hand corner. And for now, I'm going to go ahead and exit out. But the last thing I want to say before I X out of it is, especially if you're using your built-in camera on any type of laptop, those are not known to be very good at all. Make sure lighting is the key. Lighting is probably the most important part. Even if you have a little cruddy camera like I mentioned on your laptops, there's not really any laptops on earth that have a halfway decent webcam built into them. But at least if you have decent lighting, it will look a lot better. You can even have a really nice webcam or camera that you connect through your laptop to show your face. But if you don't have good lighting, it still will not look that good. So spend a little bit of money and spend a little bit of time setting up your lighting. That will make a huge, huge difference. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and just X out. So we'll see you from down here. Now that you have that piece set, so once you move that around and get the size of the image on the screen you want, and the nice thing is you can jump around throughout your video and change the size and have it appear and reappear. You don't have to just have it selected and that's the way it stays. So there might be a part of your presentation where you want the full screen. Then you can jump back to the smaller one or jump back to the mid-size one. The next step is you'll see over here on the left there's a stop button, which that's what you're going to hit when you want to stop your recording. You have a restart button, so if, let's say, you make a big goof up or you just trip over your words, can't say I haven't done that a lot when I've made these videos, you can quickly restart the video and start from scratch. If somebody decides to come in and interrupt your recording, or you have to go do something, you can hit pause and then that'll allow you to resume. Something to remember though, if somebody comes in and interrupts your video briefly, instead of pausing, you can just let it go. In a next video that I'm going to make after this one, I'm going to show how to edit these videos. So you can actually edit those little disruptions right out. So it depends on what you want to do. Or you could completely cancel the recording if you say, this wasn't good at all, I need to start from scratch, or I need to do it at a different time. You just cancel it and off you go. The last one is the draw. So if I click on that, it gives you some different options of colors. So I'm going to click on red. And then if I just come over and just click and start drawing, it's going to draw out whatever I want. It is it's not the smoothest thing in the world, but it does work well if you just need to quickly highlight something to show it off. And then the really neat thing is after a second or two, it just disappears. You can increase the size, so you can make it really thick. Or you can make it super thin. So you have all sorts of options on what size you want to use for that. And when you're done with that, you just click on the done and it goes away. Now, as I said, this will show everything that I am doing while using it. So if I open my browser, I can go to all sorts of different sites. So I can go to Google, and you can show any searches you want. Anything you do on your screen is going to be recorded. So as I minimize, you'll see in the video it minimizes. So that's the nice thing. As you use your computer, it's recording every little thing that you do. And when you're finished making your video, all you do is come over and click on that little stop recording button. And what it's going to do is it's going to boot you right into Loom and show you your finished video. Might take a couple seconds to load. And if you want, you can go ahead and just watch it. Now the neat thing with Loom is sometimes your kids are really good. I don't know if you've been reading any Audible books or any type of ebooks. A lot of times you might speed it up a little bit and watch it a little faster. So in Loom, they allow you and your students to watch at normal rate, 1.2 sped up, 1.5, 1.7, or 2x. So it allows you to speed up the video on how you're watching it. But if I go ahead and click the play button, you won't hear any sound right now because I don't have my speakers on, but you would actually hear the talking and you'll see how it's going through and playing the video. So I'm going to go ahead and stop that. The last thing is this is also where you can trim and edit your video. I'm going to show you in the next video how to do those things, and I'm going to also show you another trick where you could download the video and edit it in something like iMovie or an even more powerful video editor so you can do even more effects. The effects that you can do in Loom are basically just trim and what they call a call to action button. So it's very, very simplistic editing, but honestly, for most people, that would be just fine. So this is just a quick intro video to how to record using Loom. I really hope it helps you out. It is a wonderful tool. I think it'll make things a lot easier for you. So don't forget to check out my site at adamontech.com, where you can submit suggestions or follow-up questions to these video tutorials. While there, you can read my writings that explore a number of topics in greater detail. You can also leave a comment below or hit me up on Twitter at twitter.com/AdamOnTech. Make sure to hit that subscribe button below, where you can stay up to date with my latest video tutorials. And remember, until next time, this is Adam on Tech, signing off.